all the seats have been sold. We're at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson. Here comes Riddick Bowe, Here comes Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
All the talking has been done. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he scores with the counter. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're not fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
That punch scores. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? And he misses with that jab.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Miss with that jab. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. That hook just can't find the target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm, because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
Punch, counter.
One, two, three, four, five.
Need to turn this around halfway through. So he's back up on his feet, but can he get back into this fight?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here? The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
They ring the bell, and here we go. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do they do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He missed with that jab. That counter shot lands. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
The jab doesn't quite connect. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. What a punch.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Oh, what a punch! Swing and a miss with the jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. What a punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Nice counter shot. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bowe in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. The perfect counter lands. He misses with that jab. No rest for the weary. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't. They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
We remember, with the lightweights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
There's a counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bowe in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Hard. My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's bombs away. The courage on display here is incredible. Both men showing exceptional chins, by the way. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Tried to score with the uppercut. Good counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't lose focus. Don't focus on that call.
A perfect counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? That counter punch caught him clean. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
And he scores with the counter. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. He scores with the counter. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Bowe in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe-to-toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Nice counter shot. It's all offense all the time. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the corner man's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Didn't land that jab. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. This fight has a real good flow to it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
It's all offense, all the time. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Oh no, he's down for the count. He surely is not getting up from this. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.
They don't like that. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This